After using AI to write your code, it is time to use AI inside your code. The biggest change when you start to writing AI inside your code is the change of paradigms. Yes, naturally we are used to go to code using the deterministic way. Therefore, we know precisely where it's going based on the if, else, and switch conditions and so on. When you go to AI, on the other hand, the majority of the time we are going to the probabilistic way. So we don't have control about the output sometimes. We don't have the precise flow. So everything goes under the control of some LLM. We still need to think that the old practice before AI is still valid for us today. For example, in those cases that I don't have the control of the input and output, what I can do to save and guarantee my domain is using an anti-corruption layer. Furthermore, I can put several validations and an input and output, and we also need to pay attention on the security. Indeed, we have a new terminology that is the prompt injection. The idea is basically the same that we have with SQL injection, and pay attention in our input. We need to do the same with our prompts to avoid any security breach based on those inputs. To start with AI today, my advice to you is taking a look in LangChain. So LangChain is an AI orchestrator. To summarize the idea, think about Spring Data or Jakarta data. So we have a single interface with a couple of annotations and methods where I don't need to care about how the implementation is going. And based on that, I can connect to multiple data sources, such as SQL, NoSQL, and even NewSQL. LangChain, you can do exactly the same approach. So you define a interface, a couple of annotations, you define the driver, you can think about a JDBC, but for AI, and based on that, you can connect multiple AI vendors if without changing a lot of codes. This way is way easier to switch. We avoid vendor lock-in. Furthermore, it is way easy to apply new technologies because the cognitive load is super small thanks for these two. As any solution, doesn't matter how strong the hype is, we have trade-offs, right? So in AI, for example, please pay attention on the response time, especially because it is way slower than any ATP request or any database request. So usually it might take 30, 40, or even 1 minute to get one response. Another point, remember, it is way more expensive than the regular usage of any service. And the third one is, remember, the hallucination that happens all the time with AI. So you can decrease, naturally put more context. However, pay attention that sometimes it will give you some strong or wrong structure to your expected JSON or things like that. Based on that, put validation on both input and output to guarantee that you have, let's say, the minimal reliability inside your code when you are doing with AI. Naturally, there is way more things. For example, with AI, we have at least new 7 patterns, but I will discuss that in the next video. So hopefully you enjoyed to start with AI today inside your code. And if you want to learn more about the software architecture in the modern way, subscribe in this channel.